respect, their views were finally codified in our Constitution under Article 38 in that respect. For purposes of emphasis and so that we do not lose the trajectory of the Kenyan voter, this is what Article 38, Clause 3 says. Every adult citizen has the right without unreasonable restrictions. That is the underlying word. The Kenyan voter wants to vote without unreasonable restrictions, to vote by secret ballot in any election or referendum. What we've been told is that there has been the restrictions of postponement of gubernatorial elections. There have been the restrictions of what happened in Bomas. A Kenyan voter is not interested in that. They want their vote to be traced and traced with the precision that is required. How then do you trace the vote in that respect? Form 34A becomes crystal clear. The petitioners have not challenged Form 34A in that respect, so that the votes that were cast and tabulated in that respect remain unchallenged. And where they have challenged, we have demonstrated before this court that it is unfounded, it is based on generalization, and it is based on conjecture. It cannot stand the test of what Kenyan voter would want. More importantly also, Honorable Chief Justice and members of the Supreme Court, is that how then do you establish at the polling stations? Because the problem that we are having is that there are no agents who have demonstrated any problem with the voting at the polling station. Regulation 81 of the Election General Regulations provide what should happen after the voting has been conducted. That is, the valid votes to be put together, the rejected votes, unused ballots, and counterfeits. They are to be preserved for an election court. Nowhere have we been told that none of that happened, or that there was a problem with whatever happened at the polling stations. Honorable Chief Justice and judges of the Supreme Court, Justice Njoki Nugu in 2017, in her dissenting opinion, had this to say, that agents are a very important part of the electoral process. These are the agents of the different presidential candidates. Now, if they are not present to certify their role, they should then not blame any other person in that respect. We have established with our agents and filed the affidavits in that regard that indeed the Form 34As were issued to us, and it reflects what IEBC posted in the portal. The petitioners have not discharged that burden. They cannot now come back and say that they would want to challenge an election by failing to do that which they are required in law to do. What has happened? We've been told a lot of stories. We have 8 petitions, all trying to explain a lot of things. In my concluding remarks, I'll seek refuge in the Holy Book. In Proverbs 10:19, it tells us this: when words are many, sin is not absent, but he who holds his tongue is wise. They've had to use 8 petitions to say what they want to say. In those abundant words, then sin cannot be lost in that respect. It will be my humble prayer that the petitions before this honorable court be dismissed. I'll take this opportunity to welcome my learned senior, Professor Kithure Kindiki, to address you on the 6th issue. I'm most obliged.